The contents of this video are for entertainment purposes only. This is purely my opinion, and sarcasm, and because I couldn't resist. No disrespect intended to any actual ghosts hiding on the property. The jars of dirt are selling like hotcakes, which is ironic because the hotcakes aren't selling.
I was going to wait before doing a reaction video until I'd got the horror movie series up and running, but this dropped on my homepage on YouTube and it was too much of a gift wrapped in bows and ribbons to pass up the opportunity to do the reaction. Now, I'm not set up yet camera wise, so I've changed up my waffling screen. Meet my two friends, Boo and Yar, and they're going to keep you entertained while I'm prattling on. So before I start, this is more of a reaction than a debunk. I'm not a debunker, I'll leave that to bigger and better people than me to do that. I have two main areas of expertise. One is film analysis and the other is sarcasm, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of both in this video. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, about CJ, of all of those questionable channels, he's one of the ones that doesn't really bother me very much. I just find him funny, not necessarily for the right reasons, but I find him funny. So I'm not likely to get angry in this, could be wrong, but I'm not expecting it. Probably more exasperated and poking fun, and you can't see me, but I'll verbally head shake when necessary. But on with the reaction. Now, if you look at CJ's channel, his videos tend to average about an hour. This one's about 47 minutes, I think. And he never has the content to fill that time. So there's a lot of waffle, there's a lot of preamble, there's a lot of not really much going on other than him waffling at the camera. So obviously this is going to be heavily edited down. Please go over, watch his full video. Don't leave any hate. It's like poking a puppy, right? So I just genuinely find some of CJ's videos funny, like I say, for the wrong reasons, but there you go. So on with the analysis. He's going to start with about 3 minutes of preamble. This is what I mean about stretching out the content, and there's not a lot to be said in this preamble. It's not really setting up much of a narrative, it's not foreshadowing a great deal other than they're going to do an experiment, etc. Anyway, on with the reaction.
Number one, I need to shave my head. Number two, it's early in the morning. Number three, I've got to explain what we're about to do in this video.
So he opens the video with the mention of a need to shave his head. If that's foreshadowing, I'm a bit nervous about watching the rest of this. Then he talks about it's early in the morning. Well, fab, you know, that's so important to a nighttime investigation. Thirdly, he's going to explain what the investigation's about, which, by the way, will include what he calls an experiment, and I'm just hope it's nothing to do with the head shaving.
Every time that I am alone at the farm, Dylan's alone at the farm, or Chris is alone at the farm, wild stuff pops off. It does not like a group.
So if 3 of you have been alone in the house, that's not a group if you're alone, because you're on your own. Or are you? Is this an admission of guilt here, CJ?
Welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite idiot, CJ Faison.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one. Classic CJ non-event, but he's going to drag it out for about 10 minutes. And what you're seeing on there now, during the next few minutes, everything will make sense. No, it won't. More cameras that don't seem to manage to catch anything. He really needs to upgrade his security system if he's going to catch any ghosts. I mean, he really, really does. And there's no explanation as to why they're driving down this stretch of road, whether they're on the way to the house, whether they're on the way back to the house. It's just been dropped into the video for the sake of it. Just stretch it out. It's giving it another 10 minutes, so, you know, that's great. Now, this could be a coincidence, but he's about to stop at a white object on the road. If I was being really, really cynical, I would say that was a marker. So he knows where to stop for this next bit to happen. He reverses far further back than he needs to, and then, oh my god, it's a blue thing.
Wait, what?
What's the blue thing?
Blue thing?
No wonder it's caught his attention in the pitch black with only headlights on while he's driving. A blue thing by the side of the road. Why wouldn't you stop and get out and see what it is?
Leaves.
A blue thing.
What the hell is that?
It's a blue thing. Yep, it's definitely a blue thing.
Hang on.
Okay, because he's going to pick the tablet up, he's going to pick the phones up, he's going to count the phones, he's going to get the number of the phones wrong. He's going to look at the different types of phones that they are. He's going to find a pair of sunglasses, which is really, really weird apparently. And he's going to find a pen. And then he's basically now at a loss as to what to do about the fact that somebody, possibly CJ, but that somebody's just dumped some rubbish by the side of the road. He makes a phone call to a friend. He panics about whether the phones can track him, know where he is, and within about 30 seconds he decides to put them in his car. So, you know, great, because if they can track him, they can find him anywhere now. It's one of the most pointless 10 minutes I've seen, and that's even by CJ's standards. Into the next 10 minutes, they're going to go in the house. There are going to be bangs, crashes, knocks. They're not going to be fazed by it a whole lot. Certainly not as much as they should be.
Alright, there's already something going on inside the house. Like, this is... this is a little trippy. Oh my god. Oh! Fuck!
To the right.
Oh! What the f was that? Get the f out of here.
I mean, I've had my fair share of paranormal activity, but if I was hearing it that badly, I would no longer be in the house. Either because I thought the ghost would be really pissed off, or more likely, if I genuinely thought I was alone, or if I genuinely thought there was only two of us, my first thought would be somebody else is in the house. This is somebody inside. Call the police. But here's what CJ does all the time. He is the king of the handheld camera. A handheld camera is a common tactic used in horror movies, but I think CJ's seen the Blair Witch Project one too many times. But on top of that, it's a tactic often used by those trying to hide things. If you're moving the camera, it's shaky. He does a lot of spinning around. I mean, that house has so many cupboards and cubbyholes and spaces to hide, dark patches. That point where he's going to walk up to a window and put the camera right against the window. I mean, the amount of time that can be given for somebody to move in shots like that is huge. And with all of that noise, it also gives the other person in the house chance to get away on floorboards that would be making a noise. But when there's so much other noise going on around, it's just going to blend in. I mean, this is a 10-minute sequence and the whole thing, and I've seen CJ use this technique before, especially in this location. It's just a mess, but it's causing a frenetic activity. It's causing the viewer, who may be buying into it, to get nervous and scared to think something is really going on. It's just chaos. There's no narrative here. There rarely is with CJ's videos. But where the narrative is in the construction of the events. Is in the placement of where things are going to happen. Now I know there's probably some people who may watch this video who believe it all and say, oh well, you know, you have no proof of that. No, for the most part I don't. I'm not looking through this video to debunk. But I do know that Jeff of Boo Productions is going to be looking at this video, and yeah, good luck on that one. But from a film analyst point of view, the signs are all there for a constructed narrative. And nothing adds up. That's my problem with it. That's my problem in the way I look at these things, is with all that activity. I mean, there's bangs and thuds, and they spend time playing the piano. And it's not just CJ there this time. It's Chelsea as well. And she doesn't seem to be particularly concerned. Like I say, it doesn't even have to be about ghosts. If you're hearing that amount of noise in the house, that was too loud for animal activity. That is human activity. And if you're not expecting somebody to be there on a private property, that's a big cause for concern. You need to be getting out of there and calling the police. But do they? No. They just keep walking around. They never seem to be particularly bothered. CJ never does. He'll have the initial shock reaction, but then he seems to calm down instantly. And your body doesn't work like that. If you have a genuine shock, even if you're pretty good at getting over it, your body is still, your heart rate has to go down. You have to sort of calm yourself down. It just doesn't work like that if you're in that sort of environment.
This place is active.
Sure it is. Very active. We've seen all the evidence.
Annabelle, where are you right now?
Oh my god, he's trying to communicate with the doll. I know where she is. She's on Amazon, eBay, museum. Somewhere in the house, because he's got a really bad version of one.
Please let us know.
I would be very surprised. He really would freak out if she answered.
Annabelle, if you're here with us right now,
Yes, please let him know. That would be so funny.
please let us know.
Yeah, okay, let's try calling someone else, because Annabelle's not picking up.
If anyone is here with us right now, please let us know.
Perfect timing, as always. Okay, he hears something clatter inside the house. He's now running downstairs. He's running in a very specific direction for some
This gotta be
looking for a
outside, right?
sound that's happened in the house. This is foreshadowing. Didn't sound like it was outside. Wait for it.
Oh! Fucking Annabelle's up there. Has she been there the whole time?
Oh my god, there she is. There she is. Yes, she has, because you saw her when he walked in the first place. Okay, get ready for the setup. Here's Annabelle
So
on the kitchen counter.
So glad we found
We all know what's going to happen.
Are you now? Are you? I didn't think so.
I mean, was she ever really lost?
She's a trigger object here.
She's not a trigger object. She's a narrative ploy. She's used to give you a really thin storyline to use in your video. No.
100% trigger object. It's like, so I brought all of my old school toys out.
Oh my god, he's got the
And,
cat balls.
No, not the sexual ones, because I don't own any of those. I had to go there.
Obviously.
I wanted to put these out. I'm gonna put these cat balls.
He
That
dropped
was
one.
weird
He
as
dropped
fuck.
one. He dropped a haunted
I
cat
grabbed
ball.
2 of the cat balls and the third one just starts rolling off. I don't know.
Fell like right where that glass
No,
was.
he dropped
There's
it.
something like in this corner.
Portal. Portal. No, it's still there.
Let's see. Let's turn these on. That's in the fucking basement.
Okay, so all of that expensive equipment that people are buying to go out doing their ghost investigations, you wasted your money. All you need is a free Annabelle doll and 3 cat balls. And then you can call Kenny Biddle, get the prize money for proving the paranormal, and you're sorted. Come on, guys. CJ was the one that came up with that. Don't you feel silly? So let's walk over to the basement again. Allow things to be set up behind you. Told you.
Oh
Yep,
shit.
it's the portal.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
It's literally the exact same spot that glass fell.
No shit. You're right. You're right. Turn that light off for a second.
I just
And
caught it out of the corner.
Good catch. Annabelle, can you do that again? Can you move one of those cat balls for me, please? Oh my fucking gosh! That is nuts. Thank you.
Oh my god, you're going to sleep here?
I don't know. Tonight's feeling a little off and a little weird.
We're gonna take her and those cat balls in the van?
No. I slept in the van with her one time, but that was it.
Really? Really? Don't think I want any more information on that one, CJ.
All right, Annabelle, can you stop moving that for just a second?
Oh my
What the fuck?
God.
I think that's a no. And not really a debunk, but that cat ball that started flashing was the only one to start flashing when it hit the ground when he threw them. So, you know, for one of the most ineffective ghost hunting tools ever, clearly a little bit of a dodgy one.
Annabelle, can you move one of those balls again, please? Annabelle, move one of those balls again for me, please. I've got faith in you. Go over there and touch it again.
Oh, Annabelle, he's got faith in you. What happened in that van?
I'm not really liking what's about to happen next. Anytime that, like, this sounds weird, anytime I ask her to do something and she doesn't do it on command, something terrible happens next.
Okay, that is one of the most obvious pieces of foreshadowing I've heard in a long, long, long time. Terrible as in you decide to make another video? Possibly. Or, as I said, foreshadowing.
Annabelle, we give you one last option here. Please go over and touch one of those cat balls, the thing that was lighting up on the floor, right over there. Alright, well, you're just not going to do it, so prepare yourself. What's that? That was not in that room. She's moved to another room.
You know, think about it. If you really thought that stupid doll was actually haunted, a trigger object, and potentially dangerous, do you really think slapping it in the face is a good way of provoking it? Because not sure I'd be going anywhere near it. Okay, so I've sped the last bit up because nothing happens. They run around for a bit and the video literally just ends. No goodbye, no conclusion, no nothing. It literally just cuts to an end screen. So after dragging that out for 47 minutes, can't even be bothered to end it properly. CJ, yet again, has had far more activity in the space of an hour or so than real investigators get in years. Even before he enters the house, there's activity. All the way through. The amount of noise, the amount of events, intercut with waffling and pointless experiments. Yeah. The house itself, he's not renting out anymore at the end of February, as you saw in the beginning. I don't know why, but if any ghost hunters other than himself and his mates have been in there, I would suspect they're wondering why he gets all that activity, all his friends get all the activity, and they're getting nothing. I don't think it takes much to work out why that is. Okay? So, thank you for watching. If you really want to see the whole thing, to see just how much I cut out, which frankly was most of it, and it wasn't just about fair use, it was about nothing happens. But comical in its own way. Comical in its own way. He doesn't seem to be able to do anything else. It's just never intentional. And when it is, it's not funny. So, see you in the next one. Catch you all later.